What's up, guys? It's the Ask Jeremy and
Carrie
show. What's up, guys? Welcome to another day with us, the Lovelies. Is that any name for us?
No.
All right, question of the day. Do you meditate? Very straightforward and simple. It's like a meditative question. Well, I wanted to look up the definition.
Well, so great. That's be interesting. You know, I want to get a little defensive and be like, oh my God, if I'm not sitting still in a dark room with my legs crisscrossed, sitting up, focusing on my breath, is that not meditating? If I think that it might look something different. And to be honest, I think yes, meditation can look different. There's different forms, varieties. Yes, sitting though in a dark room and focusing on your breath.
Let's read it.
Yeah.
Meditate. Think deeply or focus one's mind for a period of time in silence or with an aid of chanting for religious or spiritual purpose or as a method of relaxation. Think deeply or carefully about something. I think what's important is probably the response that you get from it.
Well, absolutely. Which is, why meditate? Why even take on this practice, right? So I think that, but I think I find meditation in running. I think, Jeremy, you would probably maybe agree with that. Once you get so accustomed to the style of exercise that you're up to, like running, it's this over and over, same motion for some period of time that becomes meditative. And so there's definitely meditation there, but I think other practices informs yoga, even CrossFit. If you've been doing it long enough and you're familiar with the movements, you can get into a meditative state while you're moving through these exercises. So yes, I meditate. Yes, it comes in many different forms. And yes, it does include the breath component. And I do that a lot of times in bed before I fall asleep because it does help me to relax and clear my mind. Sounds like that's one of the definitions there.
Yeah, well, I think that a majority of practices of meditation is going to be breathing, and then what we know from our practice of breathing is that the slowing down the breath can modulate your hormonal system and how you respond in the fight or flight or rest and recover. So the autonomic nervous system is going to be impacted, hormonal response is going to be impacted, and so it's going to change your physical, mental, emotional state. And then we go to like what we're intentionally focusing on. Is it scripture? Is it clearing the mind? Is it an intentionality on something you're trying to, maybe manifest? So I think that it's all those aspects of what meditation can be. Can be general to specific. But for me, meditation can be like my most meditative state is post-workout after a hard CrossFit workout. Because you're doing the activity, you're doing it, and then once all that settles, I kind of go into a meditative state where I can focus, and so it helps me. I really like that, but it's funny because you got to go through a high intense state to get to that other cross that board.
Well, and also be intentional about taking that as an opportunity to have meditation versus making it maybe accidental. So you're finding that, but because how many people just finish up the workout, they do some short breath, breathing, and then of course you've got to move on, go to the next thing. So it's really just like you said, slowing down, being intentional about your focus, whether it's breath. I think breath is the first thing, so it clears our mind. The next one could be a simple focus on something more specific. But again, meditation is about clearing the mind, focusing on that breath, so that you can start fresh, renewed, and be reinvigorated to move on to that next thing.
Yeah, I like to meditate when I run, but I'll usually be working on a project, and if I'm working on some writing it down, and then go for a run.
Right.
And then I hold that, what I'm wanting for a resolution or result or an idea to come through, and all of my, good hormones are firing, all those.
Very true.
All right, and then I can get an idea, and I'll sort through all the things that will fall away, and I'll hold it in my mind. And as I run, as I go, I usually have to go further than 3 miles. If I can do 4 to 5 miles, by that third and fourth mile, I get very crystal clear. And usually, I also practice this, like if it'll fade away, and I won't want to rethink about it, I let it go. And I do that with business ideas, but usually after a run, I'll have a solution for what I need to get done.
So intentional, I think that's a couple of, or thing that I heard again, but setting the intention. So setting the space. So if you want to meditate, I think set your space. Where do you want to do? Where do you want to be? What is comfortable for you? So it does need to be a comfortable area, not non-interrupted. Ideally, right? No children, no dogs coming in and bothering you, so you shouldn't get into it. But start small. It doesn't have to be long, 30 minutes. That's a long meditation. Up to 3 to 5 minutes can get you clearing and feel recovered and relaxed, and maybe help to maybe make some tough decisions or whatever it is.
All right, guys, thank you for asking the questions. Keep them coming. We'll see you on the other side.
Bye.